Hello everyone, welcome to We Teach. Today in this session we are going to discuss an interesting subject of electronics and communication engineering, and these students will learn this subject in final year. So the name of this subject is nothing but electronic switching system. So this electronic switching system is an interesting subject for all the students where we will use these applications in the real world. So coming to this subject, we'll be discussing in deep regarding the syllabus and what are the units they are here, and what are the importance of each unit we will be discussing in this session. And before entering into this topic, I just need to give a small introduction regarding what is the scope of this subject. That means what student will learn and what is the main application of introducing this subject in final year for ECE students. So coming to the importance of this subject, the final year ECE students will learn this subject in order to get an information regarding the telecommunications, regarding its evolution and how the each generation is implemented and what are the drawbacks they are facing in the previous generations. So each and everything will be discussed and clearly observed here. And whatever the importance of theory here we are facing, that will be observed by all the students in real world. So the main scope or the main objective of this subject is nothing but the first objective which this subject was introduced is nothing but the student will learn the measuring parameters of the telecommunication and what the quality needs to be maintained and what the measures that are included in reducing or maintaining the control of traffic. So next this is here for the students to understand the application or implication of the traffic level on system design. So how the systems are designed and how the traffic needs to be maintained on this each system, that will be understood by the student. So this is the main scope of this subject introducing for you in final year. Coming to the deep discussion regarding, I'll give a brief introduction regarding the units. So how many units are there and what is the importance of each unit? I'll give a brief explanation in 2 minutes. So coming to the first unit, here on the screen you will be observing the data which I am going to explain you. So follow the screen. So here you are observing the unit 1. So this unit 1 contains the introduction and evolution, everything, that means which I have discussed before. So evolution of telecommunications, so how the telecommunications was invented and how the generations are evaluated and what is the basic telephone system we have, and through that how the invention has make forward. So basic switching system is the main concept in this subject. So everything whatever we discuss, each and every topic will be related to the switching system itself, and how the switching system is maintained and how many types, what are classifications of switching system, and what are the major telecommunication networks we have. So that is discussed in the unit 1, and in the unit 1 itself, the remaining part we are going to discuss about the crossbar switching, which is a very important classification of switching system. And here we are going to discuss about the principles of common control, that means whatever the control channels are there, so that will be discussed here, and touch tone dial telephone. So these are the different types of telecommunication evolutions, and this crossbar switching is very essential component and which plays a major role for telecommunications in the basic earlier itself. So that importance will be discussed, and crossbar switching, regarding this crossbar switching only, all the principles, all the parameters, importance, working, and including the disadvantages we will be discussing in unit 1. Clear? So now we are going to discuss about unit 2. So in this unit 2 we are going to discuss about electronic space division switching. So this is the type of switching we will be observing, and here we will be having some stored program control, centralized SPC, standby mode, synchronous duplex mode, distribution SPC, software architecture, applications of software, enhanced services, then networks, regarding the networks, 2-parameter network and 3-parameter network, and multiple parameter network will be discussed in unit 2 itself. And coming to unit 3, we are having the time division switching. So this space division switching and time division switching will be very similar to time division switching, and space division switching will be very similar for us, where we can apply this in telecommunications. Earlier in CMC we have discussed all these topics, so there we can recall all the topics here itself. And here we are going to discuss about basic time division space switching, basic time division switching, generalized time division space switching, basic time division time switching, and here we have in this modes of operation, simple problems we'll be solving here. And regarding the time multiplexer space switching, time multiplexer time division space switching. So these are the different types and modes of operations we are observing in this time division switching. So each and everything combination switching also we are using here, and in this combination switching we are mainly concentrating on time space switching. So which is a combination of both time and space, and 3-stage combination, n-stage combination will be observed here. So in this fourth unit, we are going to discuss completely about the networks and the telecommunication networks mainly, which is also known as telephone networks. So after the invention and evaluation of telephones came into existence, that we need to communicate with the other telephone systems as well, right? So in order to communicate from one system to the another system, we need a small virtual mode of transmission, that is nothing but a network, right? So that telephone networks will be discussed here. So in that itself, the main important topic is nothing but subscriber loop system. So where information will be transmitted virtually by using this, and switching hierarchy and routing. So how the switching mechanism takes place and how the routing protocols will be established, each and everything will be discussed here. And also the transmission plan, transmission system, number plan, charging plan, signaling techniques, like controlling techniques, each and everything will be discussed here. So in this unit, this fourth unit, please remember that unit 4 is very important for you in order to gain a good score in this subject. So this system, electronic switching system, this electronic switching system itself good scoring subject for you, and it as well as it is a very interesting subject for you. Clear? So in this we are going to discuss about the packet switching as well. So where the data will be transmitted virtually from one system to another system by switching different networks. And here we are going to discuss about LAN, WAN, MAN and broadband networks. So coming to the fifth unit, we are going to discuss about the switching networks, telecommunication traffic. So in this we are going to discuss the various parameters like application of graph theory, use of expansions, call packing, rearrangeable networks, strict sense non-blocking networks. So everything will be discussed here. So whatever you are observing on the screen, these are the topics which we are going to discuss in unit 4. So in this unit 4, all the topics will be related to your 2 marks questions. So if you follow this unit clearly, there is no need of you preparing by any textbook or material. Clear? So now we are going to have the 6th unit regarding the ISDN, which is nothing but integrated service digital network. So in this we are having different types of parameters, like whatever the essentials we need in order to transmit the data onto a network, that parameters will be discussed in this 6th unit. So till now we have discussed about the overview of this electronic switching system subject. So whatever the syllabus we have according to JNTU Kakinada University, so that we have discussed till now. Now without any delay we will enter into our first unit. So in this discussion we are going to introduce some topics in unit 1. So that is nothing but the first one is introduction. That means these are the topics we are having. There are 2 segments in this unit 1, introduction section, and the other one is crossbar switching section. So in this introduction section, we are having the evaluation of telecommunications, simple telephone system, basics of switching system, manual switching system, major telecommunications networks. So the first topic we are discussing is introduction. Clear? So in this introduction, each and every point today, whatever I am going to discuss, please follow and make a note of it. So each and every topic, if you study by using any material or textbook, you don't even understand single word. So if you clearly observe this class, you will be having a knowledge of how to understand the topic. Clear? So in this introduction, the world has undergone to many changes, right? As we are observing from our day-to-day life, each and every day we are knowing about the new technology and the new side of the world and new side of the technology, right? So when it comes to telecommunications also, each and every day there is some part of evolution regarding this telecommunications. So this world is facing many changes since the evolution of man. And next, initially, the change of information was done in the form of signs and sounds. So whatever the information we need to communicate from one person to another person also, we just wanted to hint him, right? So if the person is full-fledged okay, then we will communicate from our side to that person by using some sound of some type of sounds. So that sound is nothing but a speech. So through speech, we will be communicating with the other person if his condition is everything okay. So or else if he is a deaf person, we need to communicate with him by using some sort of signatures, right? Some sort of gestures. We will be communicating with that person. And when it comes to a blind person, we need to communicate with him by using some type of signs, gestures that needs to be followed by that person through a touch. So these are the types of communication through which we are having in our day-to-day life depending upon the condition of the other person. So in this here also we are communicating in the same manner through system. We are communicating either by signs or by sound. And later it is transitioned to the language and scripts. And later on it is evaluated to languages as well as some sort of scripts. So in previously we have some type of scripts naming as Devanagari Lipi, and after that it is evaluated to Sanskrit, and after that it is translated to Telugu, and after that it is came into existence as advanced language. So some sort of scripts came into evaluation after the communication of signs and sounds has been invented. And next we have the exchange of information. See here communication in the sense we are just exchanging the information, right? So I am the person speaking to you. So you are the receiver and I am the transmitter. So whatever the that means in two persons, whoever starts conversation, who that person is known as a transmitter, and whoever the person listening to the speaker, he is termed as a receiver. So the transmitter transmits the data and the receiver receives the data. So this type of exchange of information is known as communication. Clear? So this type of communication mainly includes two parameters, transmitter and receiver. So transmitter is the person or transmitter is the device through which the communication step starts forward. Clear? And the receiver is the system or the person who is ready to receive the information transmitted by the transceiver. Clear? So this sort of exchange of information is known as communication. And the word tele, in telecommunications, the word tele is a Greek word, and this Greek word is a meaning which explains that distance. So tele is nothing but distance. Communication is nothing but exchange of information from one system to another system or one person to another person, or else the exchange of information between any two places. Clear? So the word tele is a Greek word and the meaning of this tele is nothing but distance. So clearly we will be observing that telecommunications is nothing but exchange of information between any two points or any two devices or any two persons who are present in far distance. Clear? And now this telecommunication nothing but exchange of information, and what is the distance we are maintaining, that depends upon the evaluation and the range of the telecommunications. And the telecommunication represents a transfer of information from one entity from one place to another entity at another place. So here the entity describes either the computer or the person or device. Clear? And where the information can be in the form of either data or voice or a symbol. These three are the important parameters. So whatever I have discussed here is exchange of information, right? Communication is nothing but exchange of information, and that information may be either in the form of a data or in the form of a voice or in the form of a sign. So these type of information that can be transmitted from one place to another place, and the entities can be, see I have discussed this point, right? So either the entity can be a computer or can be a human being, that means either a person or a system or a device. And in telephone conversation, one who initiates the call is referred as the calling subscriber, and one who is ready to receive the call is known as a called subscriber. Clear? So I'll draw a small diagram here. So see, observe on the screen. This is subscriber A and this is subscriber B. So in order to establish a communication between these two persons or these two subscribers, two links are provided. One is forward link and the other one is the reverse link, or else the two lines can be taken as a transmission lines. So if subscriber A is trying to call subscriber B, then A is ready, A will be initiating the call. Then, so A is called as calling subscriber and B is known as called subscriber. So, who is calling here? Subscriber A is calling here. To whom he is calling? He is calling to subscriber B. So, obviously this subscriber B will be known as a called subscriber. Clear? And in other cases of information transfer, the communicating entities are known as source and destination. So here in this diagram, subscriber A is calling, right? So this subscriber A is known as source and subscriber B is known as destination, because one who initiates the call or from which place the call is initiating, that place is termed as a source, and to which place it is calling, that is known as a destination. Clear? And this is about the introduction of telecommunications. In next session, we will be discussing about the evaluation of telecommunications. Clear? Thank you.